Hello, everyone, and 40 days for a special moment. And it is not Lent, 40 days for the elections of our next president of the United States of America. Today you were gonna hear, this channel. We do the rosary every day at 7:30 with my other apostles from the Marian Movement of Priests in the Bronx, Connecticut, New Jersey, and all the areas that we live here in the United States. At 7:30, we do it live every single day at 7:30 in Spanish. And also we do the reading of the gospel in English every day from Monday through Saturday. Today, and sometimes I'm been coming here to give my opinion. Remember, this is my opinion. Do not go crazy on it. Please do not go crazy on it. Share it if you think it will help somebody to make a decision. Today I was looking at the TV, I watched news, I try to inform myself. Sometimes on the news we don't get the whole picture. So I go and watch one channel from they lean to one party, and I watch the other channel, they lean to the other party, and then it's where I'm gonna find in between. It's so hard to find in between. But what I was gonna tell you today is about this disturbing thing that it happened on a football game or practice. I think it was a football game that they tasered this woman because she was not wearing the mask. You're not wearing the mask, and they kick her out and tase her. I'm thinking to myself, and I am a veteran. I salute that flag behind me. And our unit went to Bosnia when Bosnia was on the conflict, Belgic conflict. That's why I became a veteran for years. Thank God. So, with that said, this is a free country. Right now, I'm about to put this in YouTube, and it's gonna be a freedom of speech. So I can say, and some people can listen. Some other people they're just not gonna listen. They're gonna say like, "Oh no, another crazy one on the on the on the air." So it was very disturbing. And then they took three other ones that were in the service outside the church. They handcuffed them and just took them out. All these things that is happening right now in this cities. Normally, most of the cities that are happening all this craziness are Democrat-run cities. I live in New York. So everything is changing so rapidly. When I graduated from high school, I told my dad I'm gonna go to study criminology. I want to become a cop and maybe in the future FBI agent. That was my dream. He fought and he say if you go into the study engineer, I will pay you double. At that time, it was a lot of money. I changed majors, and I thank him. But at the same time, my grandkids, from my grandkids, my two oldest one, their grandpa is a sergeant retired from the police, a very proud sergeant. He worked the entire life. When he put his uniform, it was sharp. He was all business in Puerto Rico. So I'm looking at what is going on here in the States. And I decide to bring these videos. Maybe two, three people are gonna watch it. It's okay. Even if it's three people that are watching it, please, if you're watching it, please share it with three more. It will be six. Then you share it with three more, it will be nine. What is happening right now, I cannot even put my head around it. And the thing that is happening and all these things that it really is like a criminal hand because they don't like the president Trump. I'll tell you, he say things that it flip everybody, and some people they disagree for so many things that he can say or not say about COVID-19. They wanna really blame him for the 200,000 people or a little more that die already. I'll tell you this: it's a pandemic. It's 100 years, and you telling me that you're smarter than the person in charge right now? I don't see it that way. And remember, what I'm giving you is my opinion. You can agree or disagree with my opinion, but it's my opinion. I don't see it going that way. I don't see it the way that the other party when in H1N1. I remember now because Trump makes so much fun of Biden saying like, remember the H is before the N. I remember that way. Even when he makes jokes, you remember things. The good things that is happening in the last 3 years. And I can tell you, I work in the Brooklyn area, and I never seen construction go so rapidly. More crazy than that, I never see so many people going out to work, labor workers, like I never seen it in my entire life. I was blown away because everything was going strong before the pandemic. It's sad. I worked through the whole pandemic anyway, so only 2 weeks was out. But it is sad because the whole thing changed drastically, big time, and we were all glued to the TV and watching what's going on. The ventilators first, and now we got all ventilators and all many different things. We saw that in different cities, people make mistakes, and because of those mistakes, it costs a lot of life. I know they're trying to blame Cuomo. I don't like Cuomo at all, but listen, a life is a life. And the decision that he made at that moment, it could be avoidable. There was a ship, and there was places to put these people instead of sending them back to the nursing homes. Sad, but it happened. It was time for them to go. They could have stayed longer, but decisions that people on power they make, they can cost life. Right now, they're trying to blame the president for the almost 200,000 life. What I see that is going on in the media, it is, man, it is worse than the macheteros. It is trying to chop his head off like Herod did to John the Baptist. Every single day. Every single day. Nothing that he does or say is good enough. We have almost 4 years of this president. And in the last 3 years, whenever everything just really was booming in the economy. And the numbers speak for himself. But right now we have an incumbent Republican versus a Democrat, Joe Biden. that is, try to go and win the most electoral votes to be the president of the United States. You know, when I see what is going on in all the gaff that he makes, and believe me, English is not my first language. And I ask myself, what are you doing this video that probably 9 or 12 people are gonna watch it? They're gonna laugh at you. Hey, listen, I was born here, but I was raised in Puerto Rico. You know, when they sent me to Puerto Rico, I was 5, so I was in between starting to speak my first language, my first native language. But I went to a different country. I mean, I went to a Spanish speaking, and I start over again. 2 different candidates. We're gonna do a countdown. Today is the 40th day to elections, and I'm gonna bring small talk, my opinion, and probably you're gonna be like, oh, he leans that way. Listen, I'm gonna try to be the most in the middle that I can, but sometimes it is just crazy the way they try to tell us how stupid we are, and we just need to wake up and say, no, I'm not that stupid. Do you think that I need to vote for him because, for example, and I was in an interview, you don't you ain't black enough, and I was like listening to these things, and I was like, for real? Listen, on the real world out there, if you're looking for a job and you want a good position, you got to be the best of what you do, and no matter what. And they're lowering the standards on the Democrat Party so badly. The party that used to be for the people, and I see this as in Puerto Rico, the Partido Popular and PNP, Partido Nuevo Progresista. I never thought about what was progresista until I know what is a progresista mean now. And the other one, there was the Partido Luis Muñoz Marin. And I know, because I was a 3rd generation, I went to college. My dad finished 6th grade, and his dad didn't really finish 6th grade, I never go to school. But it started in the construction, carpenter, and a GC, and my dad became a GC. And then he said, go study civil engineering. And I said, yeah, we'll do the diploma and bring it to you. Good. Then I go back to do what I want to do. Listen, 3 generations, my grandparent was for the Popular. My dad was for the other party. I was leaning towards the independent party. Because when you go to college, you learn a little bit more, and then you see all these things. But listen, like I said before, my opinion, I'm gonna leave this right here because I thought I was gonna do 10 minutes, but I just passed 3 more. Tomorrow I'm gonna bring a little bit more. We're gonna go down until November 3rd. Hopefully, before you go to vote, these videos help you how to decide which one to go for. Thank you once again. From Yonkers, New York, Efrain Rodriguez Ortiz. May the peace of the Lord be with you always. Virgin Mary take you all the way to heaven. Amen.